Victor Wet Bananas, Lebron James, who's better in their sophomore year of basketball? All right, let's get right to it. Here's Victor up top. We have LeBron down low. LeBron's second season was his 2004-2005 season right here. So we'll get started. LeBron playing 42 minutes per game in his second season. That's crazy how much minutes they used to play back then compared to Victor's 33 minutes per game. So that's definitely a huge difference. Keep that in mind. LeBron's playing 9 minutes, 9 minutes more per game. So that's almost a full quarter more every game LeBron's playing to accumulate his stats. All right. So with the minutes out of the way, LeBron 27.2 points, Victor 25.1. So we got to give LeBron the check there on the points. Turnovers per game 3.5 for Victor, 3.3 for LeBron. Not a big difference, but we have to give LeBron the check on that one as well. And that's pretty crazy because LeBron's playing 9 more minutes per game. As much as Victor has the ball in his hands, LeBron was handling the ball even more in his sophomore year because he was basically their point guard. Everything was always running through LeBron his whole career. So again, not a big difference, but we have to give LeBron the check on that one. All right. Steals 1.1 for Victor. 2.2 steals for LeBron. Crazy, already locked down defender, especially back then when LeBron was so athletic. He was a very, very great defender at that time. But got to give LeBron the check there. Blocks, Victor's at 4 blocks per game. LeBron at 0.7 blocks. So Victor, one of the best shot blocking prospects we've ever seen. He'll probably average somewhere around that 3.5, 4 blocks per game this season, if not even more. But got to give it to Victor on the shot blocking. He's going to beat a lot of people in that category. LeBron on the assists, 7.2 assists per game. Victor with the 3.8. So we got to give that to LeBron as well. One of the best playmakers we've ever seen in the NBA. So no surprise LeBron's ahead of him there. On the dimes, rebounds, 7.4 for LeBron, 10.7 for Victor. So Wemby's got him on the rebounds. No surprise there. With Victor being 7'4", 7'5" inches tall. All right. Free throw percentage, 74% for LeBron, 87% for Victor. Wemby's a great free throw shooter. Probably one of the better big man free throw shooters in NBA history when it's all said and done. So he's got LeBron on that one. 3-point percentage, LeBron shooting 35% from 3 his second season. Victor shooting 35% as well, so it's pretty much a draw there. It's funny because people were always talking about LeBron being a bad free throw shooter as well, but a bad 3-point shooter and just shooter in general when he first came into the NBA. But he was already shooting 35% from 3 for that season. So he had a hot year from 3 that year. Even the next year, 33, 31, 31, 34. Always been I guess pretty decent from 3 there. But yeah, it's a wash there. That's a tie on the 3-point shooting. Field goal percentage 47.2 for LeBron, 48.2 for Wemby. So Wemby's got him on the field goal percentage. You'd expect Wemby to have the better field goal percentage, I guess. Definitely expect LeBron to have a good field goal percentage as well, with a lot of his stuff coming from, in the paint and at the rim there, where Victor plays more like a guard at 7'5". He does get some stuff in the paint, of course, but he has more of a guard's play style. He's going off the dribble, pick and pops. Of course, he does get some pick and roll finishes at the rim, but if you've watched the Spurs games, most of his shots do come from outside on the perimeter. All right, let's see. Victor with 19 field goal attempts per game. LeBron with 21. So LeBron's taking two more field goals a game than Wemby is, and then averaging 2 more points per game. So, I'm sure if Wemby was getting those 2 extra shots, he'd probably be averaging more like 27 points per game as well. But either way, you got to give it to LeBron. He is averaging more points there. Um, yeah, LeBron played 80 games that season. Again, no load management back then. LeBron's always been super durable his whole career, so no surprise there either. But yeah, looking here, the way I always compare it is if you switch those players' places, which player would get you closer to winning a championship this season? I'd say, if we traded uh, second year Wemby for second year LeBron right now, hypothetically, I think we would be closer to winning a championship with second year LeBron than Wemby. Um, just as far as what we would need for our team, we could definitely use a point guard, which LeBron would be, and then he'd be giving us the 27 per game. Um, I mean, he is playing the 42 minutes per game though. Uh, actually, it's actually a tough one. I'd say Wemby actually probably is more valuable now that I go back and think about it. I'm a lifelong Spurs fan, so I'm going to be more biased towards Wemby, of course. But if Wemby was playing the 42 minutes per game, those 9 extra minutes, no doubt he'd be averaging at least 27, probably more like 30-ish per game, I would say. Um, Wemby's at 4 assists, the 4 blocks. We probably have more like 5 blocks per game, to be honest. If he had those 9 extra minutes, he'd have probably more like 12, 13 rebounds per game. Um, so yeah, I retract on that. Wemby, I think, is the better player in his second season, which is crazy to think, because LeBron's probably one of the two greatest players of all time. Wemby's already not in GOAT discussions yet, but we only compare him to the greatest players of all time at this young point in his career. Um, yeah, crazy to think. We would rather have a second year Wemby than a second year LeBron. Wemby just not playing all of those minutes. Excuse me. So the numbers look a little different, and LeBron's numbers are a little more inflated with those extra minutes. But yeah, if you watched the video to the end, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe down low. Really helps the channel grow, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.